Common interview question. Do you have any questions? Always, always, always ask questions. Asking questions shows the interviewer that you are seriously interested in the job. Also, when you go on job interviews, you are not only the interviewee, but you are also interviewing the company to see if that company is a good fit for you. So you want to make sure you ask questions that are of interest to you. What questions do you have? What did you see on their website that you have a question about? Did you see something on social media or LinkedIn that interested you, but you have a question about it? What are some work related questions that you could ask that would help you make your decision as to whether or not this job is a right fit for you? Here are some good questions that you can ask. What does a typical day in this position look like? That is a great question to ask because it will give you an idea of what your day will look like. Although you have the job description for the role, sometimes the actual job duties for the job when you get on board are actually a little bit different. So it's a really good question to get an idea of what a typical day would look like for you. What are the most important aspects of this role? This question will give you an idea of what the company's business goals are, or at least what the department's business goals are. This is a good question to figure out what are the key or most important responsibilities you'll have in that role. How would you describe the company culture? This is a good question to ask, especially if you weren't able to get an idea of what the culture is like on LinkedIn or social media. This will give you an idea of like the tone, the atmosphere, the dress code. If the interviewer says something like, "Oh, we're real casual, we're real laid back. We have team day every Friday." This will give you an idea of what the company culture is. And then, what do you like most about this company? This is a question that is really good, and most interviewers love this question. They tend to go on and on and on about the things that they like about the company. And this gives you a personal insight of like the culture and the values and what they like about working there. And then lastly, what are the next steps after this interview? This is a good question to ask because it gives you an idea of what the timeline is after the interview. Do they have more people to interview before they make their decision? This gives you an idea of, exactly what will happen in any steps that you need to take after the interview to make sure that you are considered for the job.